There is a specific kind of electricity that comes with a massive Indian blockbuster. The roaring crowds, the high-octane action, the sheer scale of the heroism. It is a cinematic language built on pure spectacle, and as a movie lover, it is easy to see why we root for it. But beneath the confetti and the hero worship, a persistent rot has settled into the foundation of our screenplays. We are watching a broken narrative pattern quietly sabotage our most highly anticipated stories. It often centers on fridging, a trope where a female character is assaulted or killed for the sole purpose of giving the male hero a reason to act. This terminal act follows a specific screenwriting trajectory. In our current landscape, women are regularly positioned as disposable plot devices long before they ever reach the fridge. Across genres, from action spectacles to intimate dramas, the pattern remains consistent. Female characters are stripped of their agency. Their lives and our stories are mined and repurposed, serving as fuel for the male protagonist's ego. Recently, blockbusters have found massive success by leaning into stories rooted in local folklore and tradition. To ground these stories, filmmakers are increasingly tapping into Shakti, the divine, often furious feminine power, personified by goddesses like Kali and Durga. These symbols represent a perfect foundation for female-led action. Instead, they are being poached. In films like Pushpa 2 and Kantara, this divine feminine energy is grafted directly onto the male protagonist to enhance his mass appeal. The goddess is reduced to an accessory for his stardom. The industry operates on a binary model that starves female-led folklore of this same support. When a male-led film fails, the story is blamed. When a female-led action film fails, the entire genre is deemed non-viable. This creates a cycle where studios lack the basic conviction to trust a woman with her own mythology. Even when a film like Lokah attempts this folklore, the narrative panics. It dilutes the vampire Yakshi concept, explaining it away as a generic sci-fi virus rather than fully committing to the mythological base. The studio further undermines the lead by shoehorning in male cameos to carry the buzz. It sends a clear message that the female actor cannot be trusted to carry the film alone, needing male stars to validate the project. The industry gladly steals female power to decorate men, yet hesitates to let a woman wield that power in her own story. This hijacking isn't limited to action spectacles. It happens in intimate family dramas, too. In the drama Telusu Kada, the story is built around female infertility and surrogacy, experiences that are deeply and uniquely female. Yet the narrative is instantly hijacked by the male lead's ego. He discovers the surrogate is his ex-girlfriend and frames her past abortion as a personal wrong committed against him. He views the surrogacy as revenge, a way to force her into the motherhood she previously declined. When the wife learns that her child will carry the signature of her husband's ex-girlfriend, the narrative refuses to engage with that betrayal. Her crisis is silenced by a single, self-serving male ego speech. Even in stories designed around female experiences, true female emotion is bypassed to keep the male protagonist's journey at the center. We reach the end of the spectrum with literal fridging, the final removal of female agency to fuel male rage. The revenge thriller Cabal provides a clear map of how this works. The first act establishes Rohan as a supportive, emotionally intelligent partner to his blind wife Supriya. They are shown as an equal, capable team. But after Supriya is assaulted, the writer forces Rohan to betray his own character. Instead of supporting her, he sits in complete, uncharacteristic silence. This emotional abandonment is a calculated screenplay decision. It provides the final push that leads Supriya to take her own life. Her death is engineered solely to give Rohan a solo mass elevation revenge plot. The assault was her trauma, but the film kills her off so that he can handle the justice alone. The screenwriter steals the woman's right to her own story, turning her love and her death into simple fuel for a male revenge fantasy. The co-opting of a goddess, the hijacking of domestic grief, and the literal killing of a spouse are all expressions of the same storytelling engine. This core issue is a narrative habit that consistently fails to see women as autonomous human beings. Their power is for the taking, their emotions are for managing, and their trauma is for motivating. This pattern results in lazy, predictable cinema. By refusing to let women be the protagonists of their own lives, writers miss out on more complex, original stories. We don't have to hate commercial cinema to demand better writing from it. As the audience that fuels this industry, we can celebrate the spectacle while asking for scripts that reflect more than just a single perspective. It is time for the industry to stop using female characters as disposable fuel and finally let them drive their own narratives.